A celery fair, it was called, and its inventor Comte Maire de Sivrac of France is long dead. 222 years ago, one of the very first bicycles was invented. It was beautifully crafted, wooden, heavy, and not so easy to ride because it had no pedals, no steering wheels. Over time, it has greatly evolved, becoming a sophisticated innovation used by millions of people all over the world. In Uganda, it is a main means of transport embraced by many people in the north. This woman in Kitgum district dressed up in a suit to ride it, and so will others, regardless of their attire. The same goes for men, for all kinds of tasks, and for a very few number of students, it is a treasure.
You should have to struggle very much to reach some decent places with this bicycle.
And such struggles tire this 20-decade-old machine, and this is when we meet our mechanic, Bismarck Labanga, whose life depends on the evolutionalized bike's breakdown. He is a mechanic, and his search for money starts every day at 8 a.m.
I talk with our language, vernacular.
Bismarck is shy when we try to engage in conversation with him about his trade, but as we watch him work, it seems like he talks to his machines and they talk back. Now is an opportune moment to engage him.
Those are the ones, eh?
This is toolbox. I'm now working here to make a bicycle. Started from morning to sunset. I do it 5 to 10 bicycles.
These toolboxes contents cost Bismarck roughly 120,000 shillings, about $50 US, and he keeps them under lock and key.
We are buying from Lera, from Gulu, and then Kitgum.
For Bismarck, the hardest challenge he finds doing this business is connecting the wheel to the gear. In what he calls wheel alignment, this will take him 2 to 3 hours, mending a whole bike. It is definitely not an ABC recital.
All of things is not easy.
Since this is his first bicycle for the day and he has 2 more hours of work on it, like any other human, he breaks off for tea. Impatiently, he waits for service, and when it's given, the milk tea is steaming hot, but he gulps it. He can't hurry enough to go balance his work in the 10 hours it is to be executed before he retires. This breakfast costs him 3,000 shillings, compared to lunch which costs no more than 2,000 shillings.
A whole bicycle, how much do you charge someone?
15,000.
For other services other than a whole repair, he charges various prices ranging from 1,000 shillings depending on the damage. Bismarck has been in the business for 10 years and he says he received training for 2 years from a technical institute sponsored by the International Rescue Committee based in Kitgum.
How are the customers? Do they pay?
The same date, there's no problem.
But sometimes business is slow despite the large number of bicycle users in the area. Some do repairs once a month, depending on the journeys they take. And there is some competition as well. The end of the day draws near and the 35-year-old father of 2 gets ready to go home. His bicycle, the first for the day to be repaired, is complete and stands here waiting for the owner who will give Bismarck 15,000 shillings for his efforts.
In weeks, 20, 50 to 100.
These, plus other small repairs he did for the day, will ensure that he goes home with at least 40,000 shillings. It was a good day, and at 6 p.m. he sets off for home. His means of transport is not surprisingly a bicycle. The ride to his home in Kitgum quarters takes no more than 6 minutes from his workplace in the town. And no sooner does he reach home than does his oldest son, a primary 5 pupil from Kitgum Public School. The younger one is in primary 3. Since they go to a public school, Bismarck only spends 30,000 shillings per term on them when he pays a PTA, Parent and Teacher Association fee. The children's mother stays in a village and farms to contribute to the family's income. Bismarck's sister helps with the household chores. Supper preparation implies that the day is done and Bismarck will go to bed praying for another day to break with more customers as he secretly thanks the inventor of the bicycle. Florence Nalimba, NTV.